a lot of you realise that my videos are a little bit behind, and there's some good reasons for that. But I've realised today I posted about, or was it last week I posted about rowing the boat, and I was kind of basically getting Lulu on the lake, and we had a good row and a scull, and I've had quite a lot of feedback on that video. So much so that it does make me wonder about not carrying oars on the boat. You know, when I go on the lake, I don't need oars. Just don't need them, because I can get back if I need to, or dump the boat, go and get it. You know, it's not a big deal on the lake. On the sea, however, you know, if there's no wind, or if there's too much wind, or, you know, if that motor or that outboard fails or something happens, then oars are a pretty much fail-safe, you know, way of getting around. And what the video actually on Lake Barla taught me was just how well the Lugger rows, but also how much speed you can get out of rowing, actually. So yeah, it's been playing on my mind a little bit all season. And today I've actually just been having a little play about with these. Now, you might just be able to see tadpole in shot here as well. I've got tadpole blown up. These are tadpole's paddles, and these split up, and then they, you know, when you want to use them, they click together like so, and they clamp together, and then you've got your paddle to paddle about. And these are really easy to stow and carry on the boat. You know, they're really light because they're aluminium. They've got a really good paddle on the end of them, you know, very modern and a good shape. And I actually have used these a few times on the sea just to sort of paddle my way, give the boat a little bit of progress, you know, when there's no wind. And it's really good to be able to use one of these, and then put the tiller to one side. So kind of the boat kind of, as you're paddling this way, will move over to port. And then as you just stop, she'll just come about and straighten up again. So, you know, you can find a really nice happy medium. And, you know, when you're not in a rush, that's quite nice. Now, two problems with that. One, you're never really going to get anywhere paddling with one paddle on a Drascombe Lugger. So, you know, if you need to sort of get into a harbour or actually get somewhere, you really need to row the boat. And number two, it's quite hard paddling with, I think I actually used this one that was a little bit nicer on the hand, but you can only go so far paddling with sort of this nasty top. So today I was wondering whether I could convert or use these in some way with existing poles or telescopic poles, so I could use them as oars. The other thing I want to do is try and make a little, you know, nice T-piece maybe handle for this, or something of that nature that would just make these a little bit nicer for paddling, you know, when you just want to do a little bit of ad hoc paddling. Now, as luck would have it, this is going to be so easy, and I'll show you why. This is my jib stick, and it comes in two parts, and well, it comes in 5 parts actually. So first thing we do, this is the base end that clips onto the mast. So I'll put that here. That obviously slides in and out this larger profile stick. This is then used to lock the stick together. I either use that, or I've got a few of these little pins here that are a bit more convenient to use. And then in the top here, I've made the first sort of multi-use end. This is obviously the stick. Let's get it the right way around. And that will go in here like this. Now, let me get it the right way around, because my drilling isn't actually square. So I have to make sure the right way around. And that will go in there with a little bit of wiggling. There you go. And secure itself there. And then there's my jib stick. You know, I could make different ends for this, and it would, you know, it would give me different uses. So the whole idea of this is to just not carry so much stuff on the boat. I thought to myself, I wonder if this profile would fit over this paddle, and the answer to that is a resounding yes. So then I thought, let's try and put that down there. Then I thought, surely the other end of this jib stick can't slide into this side of the paddle. But the answer is, it's perfect fit. So I've now got, let's try and show you. So I've now got 2 oars. Now I've just measured these and they end up literally an inch shorter than my existing oars on the boat. So I'm sure they'll be fine. So there's only 2 things we need to do to get these to work. The first thing is, whilst this one clamps in nicely, this one will need to just be secured somehow. So I may as well utilise the same hole and the same little drop nose pin, and we'll drill through this into there. I'm pretty sure that'll be okay. The other thing we need to do is just maybe find some way of covering these with I don't know, some kind of plastic or foam cover, just so it's a little bit easier on the hands. These are not only quite harsh and cold to touch, but you know, you get that aluminium oxide on them and they muck your hands up a little bit as well. But if we can do that, then we pretty much got ourselves a pair of oars, and we're not carrying any more stuff than we had to. So there's just one thing we've got to kind of worry about here, and that is if these oars can actually take the pressure of this length of oar, because there's going to be, at the end of that paddle there's going to be quite a lot of pressure, you know, and only time will tell. But, you know, that, I think it will. They may flex a little bit. Now, this paddle is from Decathlon. It's very cheap. I think it was like 15 or 16 pounds. So, you know, if it does break or bend, it's not the end of the world. But, you know, I'm willing to give this a go. And I think this is an amazing solution. And I can't believe that both ends of these poles slide into these paddles. And I've actually had this system with me all season. Little did I know. So let's get to it. We need to drill a little hole through this profile here, like this. I think it's prudent to have it on as far as it will go. And then we'll go and hunt for some kind of solution that we can maybe wrap around the ends as handles. Although I think we might have to go and maybe buy something. I don't know yet. I don't want to do anything that will make this not good as a jib stick. So maybe we'll just put a little bit of the thing I'm thinking of. We could just put a little bit of Gorilla Tape around the ends, maybe. I mean, it seems good for most stuff. And then we've got our paddles or our oars done. So I've actually just put some Gorilla Tape, just this stuff on here. It's just marvellous stuff, to be honest with you. And you can feel here it's super cold. Here is just lovely and warm. So I think that's all we need. It's also hidden that little screw there. So, you know, it just helps protect, you know, anything that hits it. All we need to do now is put a little bit on the other side here. So I can do that now. And then what we'll do, we'll just cut that hole out. So we'll be fine, I think. So let me just I got about that much off. And all this is designed to do really is just give a little bit of relief from the cold of the aluminium. It's not perfect by any means, but it's okay, you know. And this Gorilla Tape is as good as anything, you know, to be honest with you. There we go. Yeah, and that'll do, I think. So let's see if we can now get this back in. Whoopsie. There we go. And the difficulty with this side is this little clip here is quite tight. So you just need a little bit of help to get that on. We're going to cut the hole out here a lot bigger, so it's not taking any or adding any width onto where the pin connects. So you can see, there we go. It's still pretty good, that. And now this, if we do it this way, there we go. Now, there we go. That locks. Can you see? And that's the key. If we can't lock that, then that's just going to fall out. So, you know, that's the issue there. But now, if we do it that way, there we go. We can lock that. There we go. And that will actually sit quite nicely. So I think that's, yeah, I think that's good. And we've only had to cut a little bit out there. You know, it's good, that. So I'm going to pop this back in. There we go. I just have to remember to put this in the right way now, unless I just cut a hole the other side as well. But for now, I think we'll see how we get on. There we go. So the last thing we need to do is just drill these. So here goes. So I'm going to drill this one here. Oh, let's get that on low speed. Actually, does that one just go through anyway, or was that? No. So I just need to do that one again. Just literally taking 0.2 of a mil off, look, makes all that difference. There we go. And then that'll go on there. And then we've got this one is now fitted as an oar. This one we don't need to do it because this one slides inside the collar here. Now the only thing with these is with all my aluminium stuff, which is obviously it's not going to it's going to sink, isn't it, if you drop it. The only way round that is to fill the poles with foam, but I can't fill the outer one with foam because we've got the profile moving in and out. So all I'll have to say is we have to be super careful. Maybe when we get to the boat and we actually do use these, we're going to have to maybe make sure we tie something on. You know, that may necessitate, you know, putting some kind of line in the top here, or making another hole and having a line there. I don't know, but it would be pretty bad if we dropped the oar, excuse me, and they sank, wouldn't it? And we lost all of it, which can happen it can happen with oars, can't it? So yeah, we'll have to work that one out. The other thing I have been buying this week is this. This is the Osmo Action 4. Now, I've got two Osmo Action 3 cameras. I'm recording this on one of them. Let me put this light on, that's better. Now, the reason I've got an Osmo Action 4 is because I kind of need another angle on the boat, I think. And also the fact that the upgrades to this camera are pretty significant. So, without any further ado, let's open this up live and have a little look at it. You may have seen this other product here. This is an Action Control 2. I'm going to come on to that in a minute. Let's move that out of the way for now. So let's get this out. I always try and keep the boxes in really good condition because that way, you know, you've always, you can, you know, resell them and get the best money for them, you know. There's always a market for second-hand cameras. And in fact, I was so disillusioned with my GoPros that they've long been sold. I sold them on eBay a few months ago with all the accessories, everything. So, you know, yeah, I'd had enough of them. So I can instantly see this is slightly different, is it? So let's just take that off there. I'm just having a look. Oh, no, it's not. No, I thought that collar there was a bit different. So this looks the same. Actually, a really good selfie stick. Just that little bottom thing you have to be careful of down here. But you know, you have to be mindful of that if you know, hanging over the boat, side of the boat. This is the Action Pack, by the way. And as part of that, you get a few extras. The first thing you get, well, there we go. There's the camera. Should we have a little look at that? Now, it looks a little bit smaller, doesn't it, than the Action 3, which, you know, small is always good. Let's have a little look. Let me go and get my Action 3 and compare them. So here's my Action 3. I actually keep them in these lovely metal cases. It really looks after them. Actually, looking at that, I don't think you wouldn't know the difference, would you? From the front. So they are actually the same size. So let's try and just double check that this will fit into here as well. So answer to that is yes. So the case looks like it's exactly the same as before, which is good news because I'd like to get another one of these little metal holders. They're really good for just holding things and screwing things in and whatnot. And you can also attach the DJI mic receiver into these as well. So yeah, first look at it, same size, isn't it? Let's take the lens cover off. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Now, this was the biggest difference in here. The CCD is 1 1/3. It's much bigger. And the camera itself is just much better. It lets more light in, and is going to have a lot less noise. So I'm really hoping this camera will be, you know, in terms of the quality, it will be a lot better. The other thing that this camera comes with, or you can get for this camera, is a remote control. Now I'm going to come on to remote controls in just a minute. But you can get a proper purpose-made remote control for this that apparently works brilliantly. They're out of stock. I was hoping to get one for Christmas, but I don't think that's going to happen. So in the adventure pack, we get a cable. I think you'd get that in the normal thing. A clip here, the magnetic clip. You get, what is that? Oh, these are, I don't know what they are. You got like a little rubber ring that went around the outside to protect it, but I don't know if that's, oh no, I don't know what these are. That's like that's actually an extra, looks like an extra outside kind of lens or something of that nature. Oh, is it a lens protector? Yeah, so something like that, an extra lens protector. Now, I don't think you get this with the standard either. So what I know with the old adventure pack, you got an extra magnetic connector, which is here. I think this is extra, this little case, which is useful. You know, this is useful, and you can sort of snap it on bottom or upright. I don't do many shorts, me. You get a little sticky thing to stick somewhere, and then you get the two sort of I don't know why you get two, but you get, you know, that would hold this in, so then the camera would snap into that. You get an extra one of those, I guess. But this for me is the thing why I buy the adventure pack, because you get 3 batteries. There they all are. And the charger. I found these chargers just blooming brilliant. I'm hoping these are going to be interchangeable with the Action 3, and I'm pretty sure they are. Let's give that a go. This is my Action 3. It'd be the worst thing in the world, wouldn't it, that the battery won't work, but that battery's definitely working. Okay, so this is straight out the box, and I'm kind of holding the number 4 right by the version 3. They look like the 4 does look like its field of view is slightly different, doesn't it? Because it should be, oh no, maybe not, I don't know. They're both on 1080p, 30 frames a second, and I haven't sort of done anything with this new camera at all. But the quality, even on this little screen, does look pretty good, to be honest with you. and especially in low light. So let's just switch this light off so the light's a bit lower, and we'll just see if we can compare these in low light. Now, I know my version 3's just had a lot of updates, so it's definitely it's gotten better and better and better over the year and a half I've had it with low light, but it's still not ideal. I'm hoping with a bigger sensor, this Action Camera 4 will be a bit better.